Okay, so we're gonna see if we've fixed the Husqvarna 120 Mark II. To recap, the issue was that it would die after making a couple of cuts. So for instance, I made 3 cuts here, it died. I made 1 cut here, it died. I made another cut almost completely over there and it died. Cut here, cut there, and it died. So after tons of research online, there's not enough research for this particular model of chainsaw. So this is again the Husqvarna 120 Mark II. It's brand new, and I made some adjustments last night to the idling screw, which is labeled as a T. I did not adjust the high or low because I don't have the special tool that's required. I have just adjusted, let's say that 10 times fast, the T screw. And the T screw is right back here underneath the primer bulb and above the L and H screws. Okay, now you use the little tool that comes with your chainsaw and you can get in there. It's a little cumbersome because this thing naturally wants to park itself right in front of that input, so you have to kind of hold the chainsaw, pull this back, get your little screwdriver in there and adjust it. And it's just a flathead screwdriver. The problem is it's about 1.5 inches deep in there, so yeah, it's kind of a complicated thing. Now what that does is that will allow, when the brake is off, you will tighten it clockwise and you'll start to see the chain move. Okay, and then you want to back it off a hair until the chain stops moving. So you'll turn the T screw counterclockwise until the chain stops, and you should be good to go. So I made those adjustments. I did a couple of test cuts on some 12-inch logs. I made 2 cuts and the chainsaw did not die. So we're going to go ahead and give it a test out here in the real world, cutting down some trees and some branches and see if we can get it to fail. If it doesn't fail, then we fix the problem, and if it does, then I have honestly no idea or way to correct it without taking it into a shop or doing some kind of warranty claim or maybe even returning it. But at the moment, this is the only chainsaw I have that fires up, so we're going to give it a shot and I'll keep you updated. Matter of fact, I'll probably amend this video here in just a minute. Alrighty, let's see what happens. Okay, so we tested out the adjustments that I made using the T screw for the idle, and this time the chainsaw went a lot longer before dying. You can see we made multiple tree cuts, and these are probably 3 to 4 inch diameter beech trees where I've cut them, and we went through probably about 6 trees before, and that's just cutting the trunk. That's not limbing or anything. As you can see, they still need to be limbed up, but I'm letting the chainsaw cool off. It died on me twice, so that's a lot better than it was. And unfortunately, that's not saying that much because it shouldn't be dying at all unless I turn it off. Never had that problem with my steel. My steel never died. So, as you can see, I laid down some. This is the hardwoods that I'm keeping, maples and oaks. I want those to grow up and get some sunlight. These beech trees just block everything out. It makes this whole area look a lot bigger with all those trees down. There's still some more smaller ones over here in this clump. That's why it looks so bushy. But for the most part, looking good. There's the majority of the beech right in here. So once we get this cleared out, hopefully the chainsaw will survive. If we still have problems with it, we will definitely have to take it to a service center or something for warranty work, because it's just not working the way I think a chainsaw should work. So we shall see. I'm going to go ahead and do another video on my official review of this chainsaw. More specifically, how I think it handles, how I think the ergonomics are, the problems with it, and I've found a lot more problems with this one than I did with my steel. So wait for that. Hopefully that'll be up shortly as well. Alrighty, on to the next.